Sir, I think we have Dr. Magombeyi on the line.
Siyabonga kakhulu sizwa ke ukuthi silo dokotela.
Hello, makadi yenyu?
No simba chose makabizweni.
Aiwa tiri wadi ndi Dr. Magombeyi.
Yes, ndi Dr. Peter Magombeyi.
Mungatisana nguro kuti manga muri kutsvaga vari vachiratidzira muHarare nedzimwe nzvimbo vachikutsvagai muri kupi pari zvino zviri kufamba sei?
Pari zvino ndiri kuNyabhira ndakamirira kuya kuzotorwa nemacolleagues angu ekuZimbabwe Hospital Doctors Association nemapurisa as well.
Pari zvino makakuvara here uyezve manga muri kupi kusvika pari zvino?
Pari zvino I can't see any obvious injuries. I'm just having my generalized body pain. I don't know where I was, and I barely recall anything.
Okay, if I may just ask you in English, is this really Dr. Peter Magombeyi?
Yes, this is Dr. Peter Magombeyi.
Where are you currently, and do you know where you are? You people have been demonstrating, your colleagues and other medical professionals.
Yes, at the current moment, I'm safe. I'm in Nigeria waiting for my colleagues to pick me up.
And when you're saying you are waiting for your colleagues to pick you up, where are you coming from and what mode of transport was used to ferry you where you are at now?
I think I remember traveling between... I just don't know.
Why? You couldn't see? Were you blindfolded or what?
I think I need time to recall everything.
All these days, what was happening to you? Did you have something to eat? Did you hear people talking to you? Is there something you can recall?
I barely remember anything. I think I'm having a retrograde amnesia. I just don't know.
You don't know, but we know that to survive, you had to have some, since Saturday, you have to have some water, some bit of food. So how do you think that was, that got into your system to sustain you up to this day, if you can't remember anything?
I don't know.
You don't know. Right now, whom are you with? Are you with anyone now?
No, I'm alone.
Hello, Dr. Magombeyi, tombodzoka kwamuri munani pari zvino kwamuri ikoko uyezve matimimi makamirira kuti mutorwe makwanisa kufonera munhu here zvafamba sei?
Ndatanga kureceiva macolleagues angu akazvipira kuti anouya kwandinenge ndiri, saka vabva vati vari kudrive vari kuuya kuzotitora.
Foni yenyu manga muinayo here pesa apa kana kuti mazoiwana sei? Zvafamba sei ipapo?
Handizivi, ndangoona ndinayo.
Pane vamwe vanga vari pedyo nemi here pamazowanikwa muchiziva kwamuri kana kuti zvafamba sei ipapo? Okay, if we may go back again in English and just describe to us, where exactly are you?
Sorry?
Where exactly are you? Can you describe the surrounding where you are?
Yeah, now I'm kind of disoriented in place. I'm around Nigeria, and I'm waiting. I think my family is coming to pick me up. My colleagues are also driving. The police is also driving.
And do you think there are voices which you can recognize? Did someone talk to you throughout your ordeal?
Pardon me?
Did you see anyone? And did anyone address you, talk to you?
You mean my colleagues?
No.
Or the perpetrators?
The perpetrators, yes.
No, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I barely remember.
Okay, and as a doctor, what do you think could have happened to you not to recall anything since Saturday?
Probably, I don't know. I might be having retrograde amnesia, but I'm not sure about that.
Yes, what does that mean? In simpler terms.
It's a period where you can't really recall what happened in the past.
If I may just come in there, Doctor, have you reported to the police? Because you say you're waiting for your colleagues, but have you been able to call the police? Are they aware of your situation, that you are actually alive and you are where you say you are?
Yeah, they do.
And what have they said?
They say just wait there, we're coming to pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, you called your family, the other doctors and the police, and who else?
I think those are the main groups.
That you found your phone there with you. What other calls did you receive on that phone? Because, you know, your colleagues have been on the street since the day you were abducted, and there are no, doctors in most of the government hospitals. What other calls do you have on your phone?
I don't have any other anonymous calls. It looks like my phone call. That's what I'm realizing.
You're realizing, sorry, we didn't hear that.
I think my phone was off at some point.
Mm-hmm. And you also talked about that you cannot recall, what happened to you. When you look at yourself as a doctor, have you, had a physical exam of yourself? Are you hurt? Give us how do you look physically? Describe to us.
I think at the most obvious injuries, I'm just having generalized body pain, but I'm not limping. I don't have any wounds. I'm near normal.
But the feelings like thirst and hunger, how are you feeling? Are you all right in that respect?
Yeah, I just picked some foods around.
But you were not very hungry. Were you very hungry?
Sorry?
Were you very hungry or thirsty?
I was very, very hungry.
Mm-hmm. You picked some fruit. Did you have any money with you?
When I picked on my phone, I think I had some Eco Cash on my wallet.
Mm-hmm. So you still have your wallet and all your identity particulars?
Mm-hmm. Okay, going back to how you are physically, you say you're in Nyabira. Are there any people around you? Has anybody seen you?
Yeah, there's this other guy who came to talk to me about, he was actually asking about a place, but I just told him I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And there's a bar, there looks like a bar there, people are playing, are drinking, and I'm standing by the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you reveal your identity to them?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Tombodzokera edu murimi rwamai vaMagombeyi vamwe vangada kuziva kuti makakuvadzwa here, zvakamira sei, muri kunzwa sei pari zvino? Imi sachiremba mungati diagnosis yenyu yamungazvipa ndeye kuti chii?
I honestly don't know. Kwanzika kwahura izvi ngazvipa ndeye kuti chii pari. I'm kuona pandakakwara sitingodzwa kurwadza miri.
Mhm. Pamawana apa maitwa kukandwa here, mamuka muri pasi here, mazopatika maita sei?
That's the party I'm really so vague about. I think I need time to recall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me just ask you that question in English. Do you know whether you were actually, how were you dumped? What condition did you find yourself in when you could recall your senses?
I don't know.
Right. If I can put it in other words, how far can you remember? What's the last thing you can recall? Remember, you did call some people to say, you recall.
I remember being in a basement of some sort, being electrocuted at some point. That's what I vividly remember. I just don't know.
Oh, so
what else.
There's the basement, there's electrocution. What else? How did you feel? You remember feeling the pain, and did you hear any voices?
Yeah, they were talking, but I really remember anything.
Tiri ipapo Dr. Peter Magombeyi, muri kuti mimi zvii zvamakapedzisira kuziva zvamungati mimi ndezvipi zvamuchiri kurangarira pane zvamakasangana nazvo?
Pane zvimabhara zvakawanda zorangarira yatambe like basement. If you have been in a basement before, I think Kaseta Kachokane, the basement setup, and being trying my guess, but I really remember anything besides that.
Aiwa, pari zvino saka mataura imi kuti foni yenyu munayo. Mungaziva here kuti vari kuuya kuzokutorai vati vasvika here kana kuti munani izvezvi?
Pane mafoni ari kuzama kupinda ipapapa muzifona saka ndofunga ndini.
Okay. And doctor, if I can also ask you, as a doctor, what would you say happened as far as food is concerned? You see, you can talk now, you can walk, but you don't recall eating or drinking anything. And today is probable. How do you think it was possible that you got some water to drink and food to eat in your system?
No, I mean, it's possible. A human being can go for even a week or two without eating or drinking. Normal. We need to do that. It's possible.
Yeah, ungasichasisela njalo ngolimi lwesindebele ukuthi ngempela nguwe yini udokotela Peter Magombeyi njalo ungaphi uvela ngaphi?
Okay, yebo yini udokotela Dr. Peter Magombeyi. Owathi senyabhira ngeke ukuthi abangani bami labapholisa bebuzo ngithatha ngihambe endlini. Kodwa yeah.
Usichasisele ukuthi lo cingo lwakho lukamakhalekhukhwini wathi bebuye bezokuthatha uluthole ngaphi ulelo cingo njalo ufike njani lapho okhona?
Yena le iphatha I think ngidalike lingi-time ngizakukhumbule ukuthi
kulungile uthe njalo omunye umbuzo njalo emboni ngani ubalulekile ongawuphendula ukuthi kuyini okukhumbulayo okokugcina ungakakhohlwa okuningi uthe wena ubekwenye indawo esa basement ungasichasisela khonapho ukuthi kwakusenzakalani?
Akula izinto eziningi engizikhumbulayo. Ngikhumbula ngithetha amajex lokho nawenzakala ema-movie ukuthi uyafaka inyawo emanzini ufaka amajex.
Kodwa uyakhumbula ukuthi wafika njani?
Angazi.
Awukwazi ukuthi wafika njani?
Maybe if I may just come in there, Dr. Peter Magombeyi, you've been missing for several days, and some people may say maybe it's someone impersonating you. I mean, like, how do people know that it's really you?
I always don't know how to truly identify myself. But it's me, Dr. Peter Magombeyi. I work for Marara Hospital.
A lot has been happening since your disappearance, and the government has said that it's doing all it can to find you, and that is probable some other people, not the government, who could have done this. And there's the other doctors, your counterparts, your colleagues have been marching, demanding your release. What can you say about the people? Who do you think they are? What did you see? The type of vehicles they were driving? Anything you remember?
I don't remember anything, and I don't know who was behind all that, but probably the people who threatened us before and who sent us some threatening messages.
If you
If
may
someone
just,
says, if someone says this was stage managed, you probably stage managing it. What would you say to that?
Sorry?
If someone said this is stage managed, you were not abducted, what would you say to that? We have seen some Twitter messages from some prominent, government officials saying that. How would you respond to that? Suppose it was thrown to you that you just stage managed this, you were not abducted.
I don't know. Maybe I need time to think about it. I don't know.
okay, what was the last message that you received as a threat, if you can just recall that? You mentioned about a message which you received before you were abducted.
You mean what transpired before I got abducted?
Yes, the last message you received on your phone that you can recall.
The last message is on my phone.
Yes.
Nothing. Nothing.
Siyabonga
thank you
kakhulu.
so
That
much.
was Dr. Peter Magombeyi.